What it is, it's your boy True McFadden, aka Do-Rag True, with True Be Talking. And in this video, I gotta speak on the Anthony Edwards whole baby mama drama situation type thing going on. So, over the past week, unless you be, like I said, unless you be living under a rock, you heard about Anthony Edwards getting this girl pregnant, allegedly paying her $100,000 to get an abortion. She didn't get the abortion. She ran off with the money. She's still gonna have the baby. Apparently, or allegedly, Anthony Edwards took her to court, or when they went to child support court, Anthony Edwards had his lawyer to divvy up how much it'd be for the full child support time, and he just went on and paid it all off. Wow, that's crazy, that's crazy. Apparently, he's doing all this, so allegedly, he's not gonna be a part of the child's life, right? He doesn't wanna be part of the child's life. He didn't want her to have the baby. She still had the baby, so he just wanted to pay her and be done with it. All of that is crazy. Like I said, allegedly on all this shit, because I don't know for sure. I'm not involved. The only thing I really want to speak to is the fact that, hey, can we please stop doing this? Can we please get past this whole creating babies and making babies with people and not being involved, or not wanting to be involved, or not wanting them to have the baby? When you look at that one particular situation, of course, you could put blame on both people. In pretty much any situation, you could put blame on both people, because we're all adults. We're all responsible, supposedly responsible people. Why are we continually bringing in, creating new lives that we're not planning on taking care of, right? As a man, for the women, because I know a lot of dudes gonna be like, well, what about the women's side? Okay, let me start there. So for women, as a woman, you should protect yourself, right? Definitely should protect yourself against STDs, protect yourself against unwanted pregnancies, because there are men out here that do not give a fuck about getting a woman pregnant and not feeling any kind of way after that. As far as taking responsibility for the child, not all men, but there are a lot of dudes out there that will get you pregnant and won't have a second thought about it. So definitely as a woman, you should protect yourself. But the main thing, right? The very last line of defense against unwanted pregnancies is the man. As a man, you have to protect your seed, bro. If you don't want to get a woman pregnant, if you don't want to have the responsibility of bringing a child in this world that you're not planning on taking care of, that you don't want to be a part of their life, whether it's because of the woman that you had the baby with, or whatever, or you're not ready, whatever the case may be, bro, strap it up, bro. Put on a condom, my nigga. A condom, pulling out, that shit works. I promise it does. I went 28 years without having any kids, mainly because I didn't want any. There was no pussy good enough for me to be like, hey, you know what? I think I want to make a baby with you. Even if I don't plan on being with you, here to take care of the child, here to be a part of the child's life. Can we please, 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 please get to a point where everybody is taking responsibility for this? Because this is where broken homes are started. This is continuing that cycle of parent hurt or parent trauma, where you're hurt because one parent is there, but they're probably not the best because they wasn't planning on having a child, and they don't have the patience and the mindset to take care of the child. And then one where the other parent may not even be in the child's life because one reason or another, they either had issues with the mom, or they're having problems with just themselves. I'm sorry ass dude. I just don't want to be a part of the child life. I ain't shit, and I don't want to be there. You know what I'm saying? That's happened a little too often. And I think one of the reasons is because as men, we're not taking responsibility of, how do I want to put it? We're not taking responsibility when it comes to safe sex, when it comes to unwanted pregnancies. We have to do our part. As a man, you should not be busting a nut in a vagina that you are not planning on staying with. If you're not going to be with that woman, you know for a fact if y'all create a kid together, you're not going to be part of that child's life. Pull out. Wear a condom. If none of that shit works, bro, the best way to guarantee it, get a vasectomy, dog. Get a vasectomy. Get snipped, my nigga. And understand something, right? I have 3 kids. 3 kids with my wife. As soon as but once I found out about my 3rd one, that we were not to say we wasn't planning, but we wasn't planning on, we really wasn't planning on having any of them, but really wasn't trying to have a 3rd child. When I found out about my 3rd baby being on the way, I set my appointment right then. I started looking up doctors right then. Hey man, let's get this done. Cause I'm at a point where I'm married. I'm with my wife. She's the only woman I've been with since we've been together. She's the only woman I'm gonna be with. And even if something was to tragically happen, she's no longer here with us, and I continue to go on with my life, I don't want to create more babies, period. So I went and got snipped. It was the greatest decision ever. Because now I know for a fact I'm not creating any more babies, period. I don't want any more kids. I'm not going to create any more kids. Like, dog, especially if you've gotten to a point where you have a lot of kids and you don't want any more kids, it's the best decision you can make, bro. Best decision you can make. Please, get a vasectomy. Wear condoms. Women, you talking to somebody, you dealing with somebody, you know you're not gonna be there, you know you don't want him to be a part of your life forever. And one way is to make sure that they're a part of your life forever is to have a baby. Don't do it. Just have your own condoms. Have your own condoms. Have your own. And if a motherfucker like, I ain't got no condom, like I'm allergic or whatever, hey, cut that shit off. Fuck it. We not gonna do it then. Something's gotta change. Something's gotta change with how we're dealing with each other when it comes to unwanted pregnancies or when it comes to sex and things like that. We have to get better at this because these stories are wild. That is, if all of this is true, that's a crazy ass story, bro. And the fact that he's already saying that, yo, I told you I don't want to have this baby. You should have got the abortion. And another thing, that's really unfair. That's really unfair that a man makes a decision as far as not wanting to protect his seed, not wanting to, get this lady pregnant. You get a woman pregnant with the mindset of, we could just get an abortion. The fact of the matter is, my nigga, we not getting an abortion. She is. Both of you not going through that. You don't have to go through that process. You don't have to go through laying on that table and have somebody do whatever the fuck it is they do to abort a baby. You don't have to go through that. That's traumatizing, bro. There's trauma on her body. There's trauma on her mind, trauma on her spirit. It's a lot of different shit that goes on. It's unfair for you to make a decision for both of you when you know for a fact you don't want a child. You know what I'm saying? That's really my main takeaway from all of this. Stop having these unwanted babies. Men, stop making these unwanted kids. You know for a fact you don't want a kid. You know for a fact you're not gonna be with this person. You know for a fact you don't want to be in another child's life. You don't want to be in this woman's life. You don't want anything to do with her from after this point. Pull out. Stop busting nuts and vaginas. That's simple biology, bro. We learn that, and once we learn that, you know at that point, hey, I have the baby batter. If I shoot it in this vagina, there's a good chance a baby's gonna come out. Simple as that, bro. But that's my take on it, man. Like, hey, stop having these unwanted pregnancies. And I know some people gonna look at it and be like, yo, it ain't that simple, bro. Yes, it is, my nigga. It's really fucking simple. Don't nut in the vagina. You don't have to worry about having babies. Boom, right there. But these are my thoughts on it, man. Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Man, it's your boy True McFadden, Do Rag True, and I'm out.